Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook, Chapter 16 Skill Upgrade, Bronze Skull, Exaggerated Improvement. Open black lens bracket name, Lin Moyu close black lens bracket. Occupation, Necromancer unique. Open black lens bracket level, 10 0.00% close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket power, 100 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket agility, 100 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket spirit, 300 close black lens bracket. Physique, 100. Equipment, none. Summon space, 41/100ths. Skeleton warriors quantity, 40. Talent, comprehensive amplification level 2, uniqueness. Passive skill, damage transfer. Active skills, soul flame level 10, summon skeleton warrior level 10. Comprehensive amplification level 2, the effects of all skills are increased by 20 times. Close black lens bracket. Damage transfer, all damage suffered by the wizard itself is borne by the summoned object. Close black lens bracket. Soul flame level 10, burn the target's soul, causing burning damage. The power depends on one's own mental power and skill level. Close black lens bracket. Summon skeleton warrior level 10, summon a bronze rank skeleton warrior. Close black lens bracket. Lin Moyu looked at his attributes after upgrading. His strength and agility didn't change much. Every time he upgraded, he would increase by 10 points, which was very stable. On the contrary, the mental power directly reached 300 points, a full increase of 120 points. It is said that there will be a big increase in attributes after level 10. I belong to the mage profession, and the biggest change is mental power. Then he saw the change in his skills, and he became excited. The talent has become stronger again, from a 10-fold increase to a 20-fold increase. Even under the condition that nothing remains the same, the combat power of the skeleton warrior will increase many times. What's more, the level of the skeleton warrior has also changed, from the black iron skeleton warrior to the bronze skeleton warrior. Lin Moyu couldn't wait to recruit a skeleton warrior. The gray of the bronze level skeleton warrior has disappeared, replaced by a bluish-white color. The cracks on his body have almost completely disappeared, and even the knife in his hand is a little brighter. At least it's not like picking it up from the trash. Open black lens bracket bronze rank skeleton warrior close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket power, 3000 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket agility, 3000 close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket spirit, 3000 close black lens bracket. Physique, 3000. Skill, berserk strike level 1. Frenzied strike level 1, deal damage equal to 200% of the target's own power, with a cooldown of 10 minutes. Close black lens bracket. It is still the attribute of 4-dimensional balance, and the basic attribute has reached 150 points. After the 20-fold bonus of the overall increase, all attributes reached an astonishing 3000 points. Based on the information Lin Moyu currently possesses, it is impossible to judge how many levels of occupation this attribute is equivalent to. But with this attribute, Lin Moyu can walk sideways in this area. In addition, a skill has been added to give the skeleton warrior the ability to explode instantly. This is a new trick. Can you eat it all over the world? Lin Moyu thought of a sentence from his previous life. There is no need for complicated and gorgeous skills, only 1 or 2 practical and powerful skills are enough to rule the world. This is the case with him now, that is, he does not have the gorgeous spells of a mage. Nor do they have the dazzling combat skills of fighters. Just based on his current skills, he dared to say that people below level 20 could not be his opponents. It is impossible for others to defeat level 20 at level 10, but it is not difficult for him. With the attributes of the skeleton warrior and his passive skills, it would take a long time to kill him even if he was beaten by a level 20 standing up. Lin Moyu was about to continue summoning the bronze rank skeleton warrior when there was a sound of breaking wind, followed by a sharp arrow flying past his eyes. Whizzing, another few sharp arrows flew past his eyes. One of the arrows hit him. An invisible film appeared, blocking the sharp arrow. The passive skill was activated automatically, and all the damage was transferred to the skeleton warrior, and Lin Moyu was not injured. Open black lens bracket being attacked. Close black lens bracket. Lin Moyu was reminded, and at the same time, red light appeared in the eyes of the skeleton warrior, and he was already on alert. A man in black ran out of the woods. His running speed was very fast, and his agility attribute was not low. Lin Moyu thinks it should be an assassin class. She saw Lin Moyu, quickly turned around and ran towards the other side, and disappeared in the blink of an eye. 2 seconds after the man in black left, someone chased after him. The two of them, looking at their attire, Lin Moyu probably judged the other's occupation. Archers, and a mage. Needless to say, the good and bad arrows just now were shot by archers. If it wasn't for Lin Moyu's passive ability of damage transfer, he would definitely be injured now. The two also ignored Lin Moyu and quickly chased forward. Lin Moyu's eyes flickered. The direction is wrong. The men in black changed direction here, they chased the wrong one, and they were doomed to return in vain. Sure enough, only a few seconds later, the two retreated again. The mage started to use his skills. Lin Moyu felt a gust of wind blowing around. A few seconds later, the mage sighed, "That guy is very cunning, he has already escaped." Archer said, "It doesn't matter, he only escaped for a while, and he will be caught." Then he looked at Lin Moyu. "Little guy, did a man in black pass by just now?" Lin Moyu didn't answer, but whispered, "Your arrow hit me, sorry." The archer looked at the arrows on the ground and understood, "I'm sorry." Lin Moyu waved his hand, "This is not an example." The archer had an illusion, as if Lin Moyu was looking down on him from above. The mage looked gloomy, and he was obviously very upset that he was run away by the other party. He turned his head to look at the skeleton warrior beside Lin Moyu. Undead summoner. There was a trace of disgust in his eyes, and the staff in his hand slowly raised up. There was a red light in the skeleton warrior's eyes, and he had entered a fighting stance. The archer suddenly stopped the mage and whispered, "Don't cause trouble." The mage rolled his eyes, and finally put down his staff. "Got it." Looking at the two people retreating, Lin Moyu said lightly, "You are lucky." Although there is no detection technique, judging from the power of the arrow just now, the attack power is not great. The level of these two people will not be too high, at most around level 20. If he was going to do something to himself, Lin Moyu felt that he might kill someone. He is not the Holy Mother. If he is bullied to the head, he will definitely pay back 100-fold. When the mage raised his staff just now, Lin Moyu had already brought all the skeleton warriors back to the summoning space. They can be surrounded in an instant. Once they do it, they will definitely be cut to pieces. Chapter 17. Kill level 10 Goblin Patrols, experience plus 300. Kill level 11 Goblin Soldiers, experience plus 350. Open black lens bracket, obtain goblin bones, close black lens bracket. ... Tips flooded in like swiping the screen, and the experience was also rising rapidly. 44 bronze level skeleton warriors are killing monsters in the forest. With the improvement of skills, Lin Moyu once again enjoyed the thrill of instant killing. These bronze level skeleton warriors killed level 10 and level 11 goblin monsters in one blow. Efficiency has improved again. Starting from level 10, the experience requirement for upgrading has increased again, and it has increased by nearly 3 times. Upgrades are getting slower and slower. According to this calculation, at least 5,000 goblin monsters must be killed for Lin Moyu to advance to a level. The skeleton warrior was tireless and killed in seconds all the way, but it was still a little bit close. Until the night falls, Lin Moyu is 30% short of level 11 experience. Lin Moyu built a bonfire in the forest and ate food brought from home. He didn't plan to go back, time was limited and he couldn't waste it on the road. According to the current level up speed, we can almost reach level 13 tomorrow, but it's not clear whether we can reach level 15 the day after tomorrow. After level 15, the upgrade speed will drop further, and I will have to wait a day to go back. So I can upgrade to level 16 at most. How did my sister upgrade at that time? Although my sister is a legendary professional sword dancer, she can't upgrade faster than me. I must have missed something. Lin Moyu pondered in his memory, thinking about the knowledge he had learned in school, and combined with Lin Mohan's action path at that time to make a judgment. Suddenly he realized something. A copy of the West Sea Mine. Could it be that my sister teamed up with Ren to download the dungeon? And at least it's a nightmare level dungeon. Nightmare level dungeons are full of enhanced elite monsters, and they must have a lot of experience. So my sister was injured when she came back that time, and was treated. Yes, it must be so. Lin Moyu shook his fist, thinking that his guess must be right. Go and see tomorrow. I made up my mind. The night was getting deeper and deeper, and the monsters in a radius of 500 meters around him had been emptied. The skeleton warrior hid in the night, and he began to meditate. There are 44 skeleton warriors for protection. Coupled with the existence of passive skills, there is no need to worry about safety issues at all. The forest at night is not completely quiet. Occasionally the howling of wolves can be heard from a distance. There are also some rustling sounds of leaves being blown by the wind, which is a bit eerie. The temperature in the place where Lin Moyu is located is lower than other places, and the existence of skeleton warriors makes the night wind turn into a cloudy wind. In the middle of the night, a skeleton warrior suddenly issued a warning, and Lin Moyu woke up from his meditation. The skeleton warrior found that someone was approaching where he was. Are you a professional who came to level up? There are not many people who come to the forest to level up in the middle of the night. Could it be that they got lost? Lin Moyu didn't move, but his heart had raised his vigilance. Outside, nothing is to be taken lightly. The fire is the best guiding light at night. Soon someone appeared in Lin Moyu's sight. Is her. Lin Moyu had seen her in the afternoon, the fleeing man in black. Is there anything to eat? The man in black had a nice voice. A pair of big eyes are also bright and clear in the firelight. Lin Moyu took out a piece of sweet potato and handed it over. The only food he prepared was sweet potatoes and some water. The man in black didn't feel disgusted. He took off his mask and started eating. It seemed that he was really hungry. Behind the mask is a very delicate face, which looks about 18 or 9 years old, exuding a youthful atmosphere. Lin Moyu did not use the detection technique. Using the detection technique on strangers is very impolite and may even attract hostility. Thanks. Before he could say a word, he coughed violently. She choked on talking to Lin Moyu while eating sweet potatoes. Lin Moyu took out a bottle of water and handed it over. The man in black took a few sips before he calmed down. Thanks. She finally spoke clearly. Lin Moyu just nodded slightly, expressing his thanks. The man in black ate sweet potatoes bite by bite. Lin Moyu was fine, and the atmosphere fell into a strange silence. She doesn't eat fast, her movements are graceful. While eating, a pair of beautiful eyes looked at Lin Moyu from time to time, with a shimmer in his eyes, and he didn't know what he was thinking. After eating, she finally said, "What's your name?" Seeing that Lin Moyu didn't answer, she continued, "Don't you like talking? How about this? Let's use detection techniques on each other." Lin Moyu thought for a while and nodded in agreement. The fingertips of the two shimmered at the same time, and they used the detection technique towards each other. Lin Moyu froze for a moment, the detection technique failed, and he didn't get any information. The man in black suddenly smiled coquettishly, as if he had succeeded in a trick. Hee, there is nothing there. So your name is Lin Moyu, level 10, and your occupation is Necromancer. I've never heard of this occupation, so strange. I saw a skeleton next to you this afternoon. Is that your summon? Undead summons are rare. She suddenly spoke more, one sentence after another. Why don't you speak? Don't tell me you are dumb, it doesn't look like it. Lin Moyu looked at her and asked lightly, why? She seemed to have seen a new land, her small face was full of surprise, so you really can talk. Why? Lin Moyu looked at her and asked again. She still smiled. Ask why the detection technique fails. Because of this. She took out a prop that looked like a badge. This is called a shielding badge. As long as you wear it, people whose level is not higher than your 10th level will be invalid if they use detection on you. She put away the shielding badge. I'll try using the detection technique on me now. Lin Moyu nodded and threw a detection spell. This time it worked. Ning Yi, level 19, Shadow Assassin. Close black lens bracket. A gust of wind blew, and Ning Yi's smile disappeared instantly, and Lin Moyu also looked to the side. Chapter 18. Lin Moyu has discovered the comber through the skeleton warrior. In addition to the archers and mages I saw today, there is now another knight with a sword and shield on his back. 3 people surrounded them from different directions. Ning Yi frowned, and her delicate face also wrinkled. It's endless, isn't it? Just an intermediate skill scroll. It's been chasing me for a few days, and I haven't given up yet. Ning Yi stomped her feet vigorously, and said to Lin Moyu, "I'm leaving, I will play with you again when I have a chance." Whoosh! A sharp arrow shot from the darkness. Ning Yi reacted quickly and dodged sideways in an instant. The sharp arrow exploded with a bang, turning into two beams of light and landing on Lin Moyu and Ning Yi respectively. A huge mark suddenly appeared above the heads of Lin Moyu and Ning Yi, shining in the dark night, as if a bright headlight was on it. Oops, marked arrow. Ning Yi's face turned pale suddenly, she knew that something was wrong. Lin Moyu thought about the description of the marked arrow. This is an archer's skill that marks the target, making it stand out and making it impossible to go invisible. Marked arrows are very effective for assassin classes, as they can limit the assassin's stealth skills. And when raiding dungeons, it can also be used to deal with some invisible monsters. Marked by the archers, the stealth skills are limited, and it is very difficult to escape. "You can't escape this time." A sneer sounded, and the mage I met today came out of the forest. On the other side, the archer is standing on the tree. On the other side, the knights have also arrived. The mage held the staff, his cold eyes swept over Lin Moyu and Ning Yi. "I knew you were in the same group. A dirty mouse-like assassin paired with an evil and dark undead summoner is a good pair." A faint light flashed in Ning Yi's hand, and a dagger glowing blue appeared in his hand. "He has nothing to do with this matter, I will give you the skill scroll, and we will go our separate ways." The archer on the tree chuckled, "It would be no problem if it was a day ago, but now, we think it's safer to kill you." The mage then said, "The dead are the safest, so that no one will know that we have intermediate skill scrolls, which saves a lot of trouble." Ning Yi whispered, "I'll hold them back for a while, you run away by yourself." Lin Moyu looked at her, "What about you?" "I am a shadow assassin, night is my home field, and I naturally have a way to get out." Lin Moyu knew that Ning Yi was just talking. If Ning Yi had really fought well, she wouldn't have escaped today. Obviously the opponent is stronger. As a shadow assassin, he might be able to get away before, but now that he is hit by the archer's marked arrow, his stealth skills will be invalidated and it will be difficult to get out again. The archer said in a deep voice, "The night is full of dreams, don't waste time, let's do it." The mage raised his staff. "Not only you are going to die today, but this little guy is going to die too." The staff burst out with brilliant light, and a huge ball of light rose into the sky, illuminating the surrounding area like daytime. Illumination. The mage's lighting technique can not only be used to illuminate, but also to dispel darkness and improve the mage's spell hit rate. The most important thing is that the lighting technique can also restrain the assassin's stealth skills. This also made Ning Yi even more uncomfortable. It's going to be desperate. A light flashed in Ning Yi's hand, and a blue dagger appeared in her hand, and her whole body tensed up. The big eyes narrowed slightly, their eyes became sharp, and they began to look for opportunities. The archer stands on the tree and has fully drawn the bow, ready to shoot at any time. The knight also took off his sword and shield, and assumed a charge skill pose. The mage's staff is shining brightly. The three of them surrounded each other, leaving no chance for Ning Yi to escape. At this moment, Lin Moyu raised his finger slightly, and a skeleton warrior appeared in front of him. "Cut, it's a waste of effort." The mage showed a trace of disdain, as well as deep disgust. "Big fireball." The mage gave a soft shout, and a huge fireball with a diameter of 1 meter appeared out of thin air, shooting at the two of them with raging flames. The big fireball can only be mastered by a mage at level 20, and it is very powerful. Once hit, not dead but also injured. "Hide away." Ning Yi's pretty face changed, and she immediately pulled Lin Moyu back. While sending out the big fireball, the mage instantly released the spiritual entanglement. Ning Yi was pulling Lin Moyu back when she suddenly felt a weight on her body and her speed slowed down. An invisible thin thread of mental power was extending from the staff, wrapping around the feet of the two. While Ning Yi was entangled by mental power, the archer also made a move. There was a humming sound on the bowstring, and an arrow shot out. Zhangji turned into 3 in the middle. 3 in a row. One of the archer's skills, one arrow turns 3, which can cause 3 times the attack. At this time, the knight also launched a charge, charging towards the two at an astonishing speed. "It's over." Ning Yi's face was pale. She suddenly pushed Lin Moyu away hard, pushing him out of attack range. At this moment, 2 skeleton warriors appeared on Ning Yi's left and right sides. The three skeleton warriors were like three shields, firmly protecting Ning Yi. The mage's big fireball landed on the skeleton warrior, and exploded with a bang, bursting into flames. The archer's three consecutive beads fell on the skeleton warrior, making a metal-like impact. At this time, the knight also collided with the skeleton warrior. The skeleton warrior remained motionless, but the knight was sent flying. In the flames, the skeleton warrior walked out slowly, his whole body glowing with bluish-white light, without any signs of injury. How can this be? The mage couldn't believe it when he saw this scene. He had already checked with control technique. Lin Moyu was only a level 10 necromancer. The level of the summoned object cannot exceed the necromancer itself, and it is only level 10. With his level 21 strength, he couldn't kill the opponent in seconds. The archers and knights were also stunned. What kind of summoned creature is this? It's so strong. Click, click. Accompanied by the grinding sound of teeth acid, skeleton warriors appeared around. A total of 44 skeleton warriors surrounded the three of them. Chapter 19. Not only the three of them were stunned, but Ning Yi was also stunned. With wide eyes and small mouth open, I couldn't believe it. It looked really cute. She had seen Lin Moyu's skeleton warrior today. The skeleton warrior who is only level 10 still has many cracks all over his body, and the weapons in his hands are also dilapidated. It looks like it is vulnerable. How could it be so strong? The mage's level 20 skills can't even hurt it. Neither the archer's 3 consecutive balls nor the knight's charge can cause damage to it. Is this really a level 10 summon? Strong is a bit too much. And quantity. Groups of flames lit up in the dark night, and skeleton warriors appeared silently, surrounding them. Lin Moyu didn't talk much. He walked back to Ning Yi with killing intent in his eyes. Kill. With a thought, the skeleton warrior immediately started. The mage's face changed drastically, his staff shook, and a shield appeared on his body. Energy shield. Mage's signature skill. The higher the level of the mage, the stronger the skills, and the stronger the energy shield. It is said that those god-level mages are safe and sound under the strike of the forbidden spell with their shields. Mages have low agility and slow movement speed, so they cannot be as flexible as archers. And now surrounded by skeleton warriors, there is no room for him to dodge. The skeleton warrior raised his knife and dropped it, and the energy shield suddenly twisted violently. The mage's face changed drastically, and his energy shield was almost broken with just one blow. What are the attributes of these skeletons, and their attack power is so terrifying? There was no time for him to think about it, and the knife of the second skeleton warrior also fell. The energy shield shattered at the sound, turning into thousands of stars and dissipating. Resist the ring of fire. The mage released a skill again, and a huge ring of fire erupted, and several nearby skeletons were pushed more than 10 meters away by the ring of fire. Before he could be happy for a second, his eyes went dark, and 2 skeletons had jumped to the top of his head. He was never given a chance to use his skills again. The knife flashed, and the mage's head shot up into the sky. In less than 2 seconds, the mage died. The archer was also being chased by the skeleton warrior at this time, very embarrassed. Witnessing the mage being killed with his own eyes, his eyes were full of fear. He is much more flexible than a mage, but he is still much worse than a skeleton warrior whose agility is as high as 3,000 points. He kept using his evasion skills, trying to get out of the siege of the skeleton warriors. It's a pity that the hard work time and time again has finally come to naught. As the skeleton warrior pressed closer, the space for him to maneuver became smaller and smaller. Compared with the dead mage and the dying archer, the situation of the knight is much better. The knight glowed like a light bulb, launching his charging skills again and running towards the distance. This layer of light is stronger than the mage's energy shield, protecting him firmly. Even if the skeleton warrior's knife fell on him, it couldn't hurt him. It's extreme defense. I didn't expect this knight to master this skill. Lin Moyu thought of the knowledge of this skill. This is one of the core skills of a knight. Once activated, the defense will become extremely strong for a short time. I don't know exactly how strong it is, but someone has tried it. A level 20 knight can withstand the attack of a level 40 mage while using his ultimate defense. Although it can only be tolerated, it is enough to show how strong the ultimate defense skills are. A knight who has mastered ultimate defense and a knight who has not mastered extreme defense are like 2 professions. However, extreme defense is not such an easy skill to learn. There is no corresponding skill book, so you can only learn it with skill scrolls. There is a lot of randomness. The knight fled frantically against the limit defense. There was a scream behind him, and he knew that the archer was also dead. The mage and the archer died together, and he was completely frightened. How could these skeleton warriors be so terrifying? If I had known earlier, he wouldn't have come. It's not worth losing my life for an intermediate skill scroll. Use skills. Block him, don't let him escape. Lin Moyu gave the order. It is impossible for him to let the knight escape. Since he killed him, he will kill him clean. A red light appeared from the skeleton warrior's knife at the same time. Furious blow. Deals 200% damage to the target. Skeleton warriors with a strength of 3000 points doubled their damage immediately after using their skills. Also use skills. The ghosts of the knights and the skeleton warriors are scary enough, but they can still use skills, which is against the sky. The broadsword flashing red fell on the knight. The white light on the knight suddenly dimmed a lot. Then the second time, the third time. The ultimate defense lasts for 1 minute, which is when there is no attack. The more intense the attack is, the shorter the duration of ultimate defense will be. Skeleton warriors desperately came up to activate their skills, and the duration of the ultimate defense was shortening sharply. Moreover, more skeleton warriors had surrounded them, cutting off the knight's retreat. Very hopeless. 10 seconds later, the knight was dismembered by the skeleton warrior with unwillingness. Either don't do it, and don't be soft-handed if you do it. This is what Lin Mohan told Lin Moyu, and Lin Moyu did the same. They're all dead. Ning Yi has not reacted yet. From the beginning to the end of the battle, it took about 20 seconds before and after. All three have been killed. But the instigator didn't even move, just stood here. Lin Moyu nodded. Ning Yi was right, they were all dead. The skeleton warrior ran back, holding a lot of things. After the professional dies, the things in the storage space will fall out. The skeleton warrior picked them all up. Bronze level Carmen staff, Spirit plus 2-0, can increase the power of mage skills by 5%, available after level 18. Close black lens bracket. Bronze level Carmen war bow, Agility plus 2-0, increases the power of bow and arrow skills by 5%, available after level 18. Close black lens bracket. Bronze level Cayman sword, Strength plus 1-0, Constitution plus 1-0, increase the power of offensive skills by 5%, available after level 18. Close black lens bracket. Bronze level Carmen's shield, Constitution plus 2-0, increase the effect of defensive skills by 5%, available after level 18. Close black lens bracket. Chapter 20. 4 pieces of weapons and equipment are neatly placed in front of them. A bronze level weapon, with a bluish-white light shining on the weapon, which is somewhat similar to the luster on the skeleton warrior. Ning Yi said, these are all weapons obtained from the copy of the Cayman Orc Legion. Lin Moyu was a little puzzled, he had never heard of this dungeon. Ning Yi saw that Lin Moyu didn't understand, and continued to explain, the Cayman Orc Legion dungeon is a level 20 dungeon outside Shanghai City, and the 3 of them often make dungeons there. Lin Moyu nodded. These 4 pieces of bronze level equipment are useless to him, but they can be sold for some money. He unceremoniously put away the 4 pieces of bronze equipment. Ning Yi didn't say anything about it. There are still some materials left, such as wolf skins, animal bones, and young grass, which are not too many. Lin Moyu accepted all of them without hesitation. No matter how small a mosquito is, it is still meat and can be sold for money. Once you've put away your weaponry and materials, there's only one thing left. Primary skill scroll. Close black lens bracket. Introduction. Skills below level 20 can be obtained, and it is possible to obtain learned skills. Close black lens bracket. Unexpectedly, it turned out to be a primary skill scroll. This scroll is worth 100,000 gold coins, which is very valuable. Lin Moyu held the scroll and was considering whether to use it himself or sell it for money. Ning Yi asked, you haven't used the primary skill scroll yet, have you? Lin Moyu nodded, it really didn't work. Then you can use it. Although there is a chance to acquire the skills you have learned, you may also learn new skills. No, you don't want to sell money, do you? Are you so short of money? A basic skill scroll, it's not a high-level scroll, it's not worth a lot of money. In Ning Yi's mouth, 100,000 gold coins didn't seem like much money. Evidently she came from a very extraordinary family. Lin Moyu held the skill scroll. How to use it? Ning Yi giggled. It's very simple, you just hold the scroll and say to use it. Lin Moyu didn't doubt it, just took it and did it. Use. The scroll didn't move. Ning Yi said, "Oh, that's not right, you didn't speak loudly enough, you have to speak loudly to use it." Lin Moyu looked at her and didn't try a second time. He has never used it, but he is not stupid. What sound is too small? I don't believe it at all. Lin Moyu guessed how to use it when he was there, and directly activated the skill scroll with mental power. Ning Yi was looking at Lin Moyu expectantly, waiting for him to call out the word use. But Lin Moyu never barked. Suddenly, the skill scroll burst into brilliant light and enveloped Lin Moyu. Ning Yi let out a sound of disappointment. You found out. She wanted to tease Lin Moyu, but Lin Moyu found the correct way to use it. Very failed. The skill scroll turned into a ball of light and enveloped Lin Moyu. Acquired skill. Corpse burst. Close black lens bracket. Corpse burst level 1. Detonate the corpse, and cause damage equal to 10% of the corpse's HP to enemies within 1 meter. Close black lens bracket. Gained a new skill, and the scroll was not wasted. Corpse burst is currently at level 1, which means it is a skill that can only be mastered at level 10. Looking at the skill introduction again, it seems that there is nothing outstanding at first glance. The range is only 1 meter, what is 1 meter enough for? It's too small. And the power is caused by the life value of the corpse. Lin Moyu can understand the life value of this corpse. In the eyes of the necromancer, the corpse is also alive. Its life comes from flesh and blood, from bones, and even from soul. Even if you are dead, the life value in the corpse will not be less than when you were alive. Just like some strong people, the corpses will not rot for thousands of years after death, and they will continue to emit huge energy. But Lin Moyu saw different information from it. This is a group attack skill. If he faces thousands of enemies, he can't rely on skeleton warriors to cut them one by one. That's too slow too. Only one enemy is killed at this time. Then he detonates the corpse, killing enemies within the skill range. Another enemy was blown to death and formed a corpse again. You can continue to detonate the corpses, one after another. As long as the mental power is not empty, the skills will not stop. Coupled with his talent, is the range of 1 meter a problem. Now it has reached 20 meters, and the lethality has reached 200%. Another magical skill. As long as one's own talent exists, one's own skills are almost all divine skills. The scroll light dissipated. Ning Yi blinked her big eyes, looking expectant. How is it? Have you learned any new skills? Learned. Lin Moyu didn't blame Ning Yi for teasing him just now. Ning Yi is just playful and mischievous, he is not so stingy as a big man. Ning Yi smiled happily. You have a nice voice, why don't you like talking? It's such a pity. Lin Moyu looked at her. This woman seemed different from those girls in his school. Very lively and playful. Your voice is nice too. Lin Moyu is a rare compliment. It's not that he doesn't want to talk, it's just that he doesn't want to talk nonsense. In front of his sister Lin Mohan and grandma, he talked a lot. Ning Yi looked very happy, and said with a giggle, "Thank you for the compliment, I also know that my voice is very nice. For the sake of saving Miss Ben and praising Miss Ben, I will give you this thing." Speaking of which, Ning Yi took out a box and stuffed it directly into Lin Moyu's hand. Intermediate Skill Scroll. Introduction. Skills between level 40 and level 70 can be awakened, and it is possible to obtain learned skills. Close black lens bracket. In the exchange, the price of an intermediate skill scroll can be as high as 10 million gold coins, which is 100 times that of a primary skill scroll. It is expensive and precious. At least for the current Lin Moyu, it is a sky-high price. Ning Yi said that the person who chased her down was also for this scroll. How to say send it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.